What's up guys, welcome back to Coasters in Perspective. Today, I'm going to be reviewing my first ever Skyrocket 2 clone, which was Phobia Phear at Lake Compounce. I absolutely had a blast on this ride and I think that it is a very underrated launch coaster. Unlike the other Skyrocket 2s in the SeaWorld chain, Phobia Phear does not have any of the uncomfort collars as a lot of people call them. But instead, all it has is a lap bar that you can see on other Premier Rides coasters such as Full Throttle at Six Flags Magic Mountain, and of course Superman at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, which was the original Skyrocket 2. Now, let's get right into the review. To start off this review, I'm going to talk a little bit of the presentation of Phobia Phear coaster. Phobia Phear, in my opinion, is very well presented as it has a really nice entry sign, and it has some little bits of theming throughout the queue of different types of phobias. One thing I noticed is that Phobia Phear never really had a line. You could say that Phobia really just struck fear in other guests.
What?
Phobia really towers right over Lake Compounce as it's one of the tallest rides in the park and the tallest roller coaster in the park. Everywhere you go, you can see the Skyrocket 2 coaster roaring over the midways. And I feel that the color scheme of this ride really pops, and it's really just a great looking roller coaster in general. For a cloned roller coaster, this ride really is good at its presentation, and it's really going to contribute to its final score. Moving on to the ride experience, you start off the ride by going into a little launch up into the tower. And then after that, you roll back and then do the launch backwards, gaining more and more speed. Then you go halfway up the non-inverting loop before stalling out. You really sit there on the non-inverted loop for a few seconds, giving you time to catch your breath. Then you twist back down into the third and final rolling launch before heading up the tower. Then you go up into a very twisted upward spike into the tower before going into a small inline twist 150 feet in the air. I just want to note that this third launch is the most powerful launch on the ride, but it's not really the launches that make the ride for me. I feel that these Skyrocket 2s have a lot of unique elements, and those are what make the ride for me, as they are different from any other roller coaster I have experienced. On the third launch, as I said earlier, you go into the twisted spike, giving some great laterals, and when you rise up, you get a great pop of ejector airtime before going into a small inline twist. This inline twist is one of the highlights of the ride for me because you get some shocking hang time. You feel like you're upside down forever, and it really contributes to the out of control ride experience. Then once you exit the inline twist, you go into a small trim break before going into the highlight of the ride for me, which is the twisting drop. This twisting drop gives some amazing lateral ejector airtime, and the fact that you only have a lap bar just adds to the crazy experience. Then after the twisting drop, you go into a really tight pull-up that made me gray out every time before going into a pretty forceless non-inverting loop, but it's still a nice touch to end the ride. Then you twist down and hit the final brakes, ending your ride on this amazing Skyrocket 2. The day I went to Lake Compounce, I rode this ride 6 times because I just had so much of a blast on it. I really enjoyed the ride experience and I would definitely do it again. Phobia Phear is a great supporting roller coaster for Boulder Dash, their amazing wooden roller coaster in the same park. If you haven't checked out my review on Boulder Dash, I would strongly recommend you do so. So what would I rate Phobia Phear coaster? I'm going to give Phobia Phear an 8.5 out of 10. I think the fact that it's cloned kind of hurts the final score, but then again, with its amazing presentation and really great ride experience, that's what really boosted up to make it a great ride. So that is going to be my review on Phobia Phear coaster. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I really hope you enjoyed my thoughts on this great attraction. Have you been to Lake Compounce? What are your thoughts on Phobia, and what are your thoughts on Boulder Dash? Let me know in the comments down below. Alright guys, without further ado, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.